In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on April 9, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Calgary Flames versus Seattle Kraken. The Calgary Flames face the Seattle Kraken, with both teams heading in opposite directions this season. The Flames have a 43-19-9 record and have won 3 games in a row, while the Kraken have a 23-42-6 record, which is the worst in the Pacific Division. The Flames look to remain in second place in the Western Conference ahead of the playoffs, while the Kraken hope to end their inaugural season on a high note, and the upcoming game should be a good one as a result. On the season, the Calgary Flames have a per-game scoring differential of 1.01 even when playing on the road. The team is winning games by an average margin of 0.71 goals. Heading into their game with the Seattle Kraken, the Flames have a 3-2 record over their past 5 contests. In these games, they have scored 17 goals, accounting for 53% of the overall scoring. A key to this recent success is the fact that they have outscored their usual output of 3.48 goals per game 3 times. On the season, the Seattle Kraken have a per-game scoring differential of -0.86. Things haven't gone any better at home, as they are losing home games by an average of -0.69 goals. As the Seattle Kraken get set to take on the Flames, they have a below .500 record over their past 5 games, going 2-3. During this stretch, they have scored 9 goals, accounting for 41% of the scoring in these contests. If the Kraken hope to break out of their slump, they need to pick up their offensive play. During this stretch, they have outscored their average of 3.45 goals just 1 time. Seattle is just playing out the string and haven't looked all that good down the stretch. Calgary is the only team with anything to play for here, but they're also the far better team in this one, so the Calgary Flames to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The under has cashed in 4 of Calgary's last 6 and in 4 of Seattle's last 5. Calgary is allowing an average of only 2.48 per game, which is second best in the NHL, and Seattle is scoring an average of only 2.58 per game. Calgary goalie Jacob Markstrom is allowing an average of only 2.18 goals per game and has 9 shutouts this season. Although the game may be controlled by Calgary, Seattle may have more to do with the game total. Seattle games have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. They are 5-5 in their last 10 games, and the over has hit just twice over those 10 games. The Kraken are hanging in there with good teams and keeping games tight. Seattle's struggle to generate offense combined with Calgary's ability to prevent offense is also a good recipe for the under. The Flames flex the second best goal prevention in the NHL. They are more than capable of carrying a game total over themselves, but their goal prevention is strong enough against a weak offensive opponent to keep Seattle from carrying the game total over. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Anaheim Ducks versus Philadelphia Flyers. The Anaheim Ducks face the Philadelphia Flyers in a matchup between 2 struggling teams hoping to end the season on a high note. The Ducks have a 28-32-12 record and have only won 1 of their last 10 games, while the Flyers have a 23-37-11 record this season. The Ducks hope to avoid finishing in last place in the Pacific Division, while the Flyers are hoping to improve in the Metropolitan Division and put together a strong end to the season. Neither team has anything to play for, making them a bit more unpredictable than most. The Flyers have underperformed all season, hence the willingness to be sellers at the trade deadline. It was expected that offseason acquisition Cam Atkinson would take on the responsibility after sending longtime captain Claude Giroux to the Panthers. Unfortunately for Flyers fans, he has done anything but. He has been held pointless in the last 5 games, and all he has shown is that he simply loves taking shots. That's not to say the Ducks are much better off. Star skater Troy Terry has been out of the lineup after a tough fist fight against the Coyotes' Jay Beagle. Thankfully, Anaheim has one of the most electric young skaters in Trevor Zegras. He's put on a show for Ducks fans with his multiple Michigan-style wrap-around goals and is clearly going to be a star for years to come. Ryan Getzlaf, lifetime Duck, recently announced his retirement for the end of the season, but hasn't gone anywhere just yet. Anaheim is not playing that well, but the Ducks have faint hopes of reaching the postseason, while the Philadelphia Flyers have already already been eliminated from playoff contention. Anaheim has won 7 of the last 9 played on Philly's home ice. Anaheim goalie Anthony Stolarz has already posted 3 shutouts in just 19 appearances with the Ducks and has 10 wins. Philadelphia is very weak at the blue line and in goal, as the Flyers are allowing an average of 3.48 goals per game. Home ice has not been an advantage to Philadelphia, as the Flyers have lost 20 of the last 29 at Wells Fargo Center. This may be an ugly watch, but Anaheim may just leave Philadelphia with both a cheesesteak and a win. So the Anaheim Ducks money line is our full game side pick. The Flyers should limit a Ducks offense that has only scored 3 goals in the last 2 games with Travis Sanheim, Ivan Provorov, and the rest of the defensive unit creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net. The Ducks should eliminate and potentially shut out a Flyers offense that averages only 2.59 goals per game with Kevin Shattenkirk, Cam Fowler, and Jamie Drysdale forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone while Anthony Stolarz steps up and blanks shots on the net. The total has finished under in 4 out of the last 5 games that Anaheim has played against the Philadelphia Flyers. The total has finished under in 13 of the last 16 games that the Ducks have played against the team from the Metropolitan Division. When Philadelphia plays against a team from the Pacific Division, the total has finished under in 4 of the last 5. This is a high total and both defenses look to step up and take advantage of 2 struggling offenses. This will most likely be a low-scoring game with both defenses stepping up. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Islanders versus St. Louis Blues. The New York Islanders meet with the St. Louis Blues in an interconference battle on Saturday evening. The Islanders' playoff hopes have all but faded, but they did beat the Hurricanes on Friday. The Blues topped the Wild in their previous bout. The Islanders earned a 2-1 home victory in the lone meeting against the Blues last month. St. Louis is battling for a top 3 finish in the Central Division, while New York has faint postseason hopes. Trailing in the wild card race by 13 points, the host team has won each of the 4 meetings between the two. The Islanders have lost 12 of the last 17 when completing a back-to-back and will face a St. Louis team that has won 20 of the last 29 played on its home ice. Overall, St. Louis has won 5 of the last 6. The Blues are tough to stop when in possession, as St. Louis is scoring an average of 3.6 goals per game, which is 5th best in the NHL. St. Louis is 3rd best on the power play, scoring 26.1% of the time with the man advantage. You can make a case for either side here with the way they're playing, but the St. Louis Blues being at home gives them the edge. The New York Islanders have also been horrible on the end of back-to-backs, and they also lose a ton in the underdog role. Both teams on the end of a back-to-back, negating any sort of rest advantage from either side. The positive for the Blues in this scenario is that both of their goaltenders have been great this season. Jordan Binnington began the year as the starter, as Vile Husso has proven himself enough to take on that same role. Regardless of who they have in net, St. Louis can feel confident in their chances on any given night. In terms of skaters, they have a solid, complete roster rather than just a superstar or 2. Led by youngster Jordan Kyrou and veteran Vladimir Tarasenko, they have skaters on all 3 lines averaging at, or near, a point per game. In a game with great goaltending on each side, an offensive side like the Blues should come out on top. The St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. The total has finished over in 6 of the last 8 games that New York has played on St. Louis home ice. The total has also finished over in 10 of the last 14 that St. Louis has played overall. New York has seen the total finish over in 15 of its last 22 played on the road. St. Louis is scoring an average of 3.6 goals per game and has had the total finish over in 7 of the last 9 when completing a back-to-back. The Islanders have increased their production, collecting 20 goals in their last 6 games overall, and should be able to find the back of the net against Jordan Binnington. In addition, the Blues are having no issues generating offense, recording at least 4 goals in 7 consecutive games overall, including 4 against Minnesota on Friday. The over is also a convincing 15-8 in the Islanders' last 23 road games. With both teams coming off of a back-to-back, we should certainly expect some tired defensive skates. Most importantly, Islanders goaltender Ilya Sorokin was in net last night, leaving backup Semyon Varlamov expected to play against the Blues. A St. Louis team that is in the top 5 in goal scoring should be able to take advantage of the matchup. The Islanders' offense certainly cannot be compared to the Panthers, but they have been more formidable as of late. The expectation is for the Blues to take care of most of this total, but New York should still provide a couple. Over HTE projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.